28M, girlfriend, 26F, cuddles a plushie instead of me. Hi. My girlfriend loves to cuddle and we used to cuddle every night, but after a while I would get tired and turn around and sleep by myself. She initially was disappointed by this but then told me that she understands and bought herself a plushie she really likes. It's a small thing and she sleeps with it every day. So much so, that she also carries it in her suitcase when we go on trips. I told her that I want to cuddle for some time and she does leave her plushie and cuddle with me, but she leaves in 10 minutes to go back to her plushie. From what I can tell, she's not being petty, she genuinely loves this thing a lot. When she comes back from work, she sits with this tiny thing with a soft smile on her face. And I feel so weird that I'm feeling jealous of an inanimate object. I make jokes about it, but I don't think she gets that I'm truly torn up about this. Do I tell her? How do I stop feeling this way? Gosh. Just like she respected that you don't always want to cuddle with her, you need to respect that she doesn't always want to cuddle with you. She found a healthy way to respect your wishes, don't make it a problem. Don't make her solution to your problem her problem. Just ask to cuddle, or cuddle her while she's cuddling her plushie, it's not the end of the world. Unless she fills the bed with plushies or brings home a half plushie half human baby, you're fine. Get your own plushie. It's okay to want her attention, but if you are feeling that you're in competition with a plushie, maybe just tell her that you want to cuddle instead of developing negative feelings towards the plushie. GF took my phone behind my back. 4 a.m. I had a rough time sleeping. I keep my phone on the stand besides me with a charger. I woke up, realizing it's not there. After realizing she's not next to me either, I freaked out, fumbling everywhere. I couldn't believe she did that. I walked to the bathroom and she pounces out in a hurry. She was very awake, scared the shit out of me. I acted like I was going to the bathroom, came back to the room. And now suddenly the phone is back in its place besides my bed, connected to the charger. It's not only that I had things to hide. I was about to propose in a week. But it deeply hurt my trust in her. After confronting her about it the next day, she denied and she couldn't believe I was thinking like that about her, that she's disappointed. Change your password, I don't care. I'm not stupid, I'm positive she took it. I feel a bit broken inside. We're 4 years together, it's the first time I had her act like this. Edit. It's the first time I caught her. I'm thinking about not talking with her until she comes clean. I'm not sure how to approach this. Another edit. We haven't talked all morning after I confronted her about it. I've sent her a rather long message after a few hours. I've explained I'm not mad at her for looking at my phone, there's a reason why I gave her the password. I'm just upset she won't talk to me about it, that it makes me wonder whenever she really trusts me or is something bothering her. I've ended the message telling her I love her and nothing will ruin it for us. She replied saying she trusts me 100% and nothing bothers her. She swears she didn't touch it and that she loves me and hopes it won't hurt our relationship. I can't stay angry at her. I forgave her, but I still think she's not being honest with me. Either way, no way I'm throwing away a good relationship because of this. I changed my password, I don't think I'll be sharing it again. If you have an iPhone. Settings, battery activity. If there is screen time noted in the hour she was in the bathroom, she was on your phone. This the first time you caught her. My friend, she's been doing this a lot longer than she'll ever admit. Now that she knows about the engagement, I would hold off on proposing. Not because she looked through your phone, because you shouldn't propose when your partner chooses not to be transparent with you. You said you have nothing to hide, but perhaps she does. Actions such as looking through your phone, lying, deflecting blame are guilty actions. Attempt talking to her again. If she lies again, call her out on her BS. If you want to work things out, I suggest counseling before you propose and marry. Best of luck. My now ex-wife did similar. I had nothing to hide. Caught her a few times actually. She is now dating my ex-best friend. She had the affair. My husband is cheating on me and lied to me and our therapist. I am totally lost. I, 30 female, have been married to my husband, 32 male, for 6 years and we have been together for 10. The past 2 years were not easy and I ended up seeing the therapist and occasionally would bring my husband to the sessions with me as he believed due to anxiety I am being controlling and don't trust him, so we were working on that. By controlling and not trusting him, he meant me wanting to know what time he will be back home so dinner is ready. IWFH, or basic questions like where he is going out with friends and when he will be back so I know if I should lock the door or not. I have previously had conversations with him about my past and how my previous partner cheated on me, which caused big issues with my body image and made me develop insecurities, and how much I would prefer if something like this happens and he feels he doesn't love me anymore, he should just say it. My husband said I worry for nothing, that I'm beautiful and any man would be a fool to cheat on someone like me, etc. Overall the relationship has been great, but we had our own arguments every now and then. Over the weekend he has invited me to go out with his work colleagues. I used to work for that company before and know a few people from there, so I have agreed. He was very affectionate towards me and we kissed multiple times. However, I have noticed one of the girls would not stop giving my husband the look, while sending death glares my way. I am going to be honest, I didn't like her. She would constantly message and call my husband during work to talk about some stupid things that are not work-related while he was WFH. They work on the same team and he is her boss. She also doesn't seem to be looking after herself. Her hair were not washed and full of dandruff, her teeth unbrushed with bad breath, and there was a weird smell coming from her as if she didn't shower for over a week or changed her clothes. I am very sensitive to smells. It got to the point of my husband making fun of her with his siblings, calling her names and commenting on her looks and things she does at work, like one of those annoying coworkers. Halfway through the night I had to excuse myself and get to the car to take some medications. However, I bumped into someone I know and we ended up chatting for a bit. As it was around the corner, my husband didn't see me still standing there. When I was done I turned around to check my husband is okay. To see him having hands on this girl's ass and whispering something in her ear. After they sat down and he was very affectionate with her and having his hand way too high up her thigh. I felt sick. I didn't know what to do, so after I got into the car I have messaged him saying I'm not feeling well. Soon he came over and returned home with me. He tried being affectionate, but I just had to pretend to be really sick as I didn't want to touch him. When he fell asleep I have decided to check his phone. There were countless of messages with this girl where he would compliment her, they would share nudes and pictures, him coming over to see her when he would tell me he is out for work or doing overtime, taking holidays when he would tell me he worked in the office so they could go away for a short city break. There's been loads of flirting between him and her, and apparently they have been intimate for over 6 months now and were not using protection. He was intimate with me nearly every day too. I felt even more sick after, so I couldn't sleep. The next morning I picked up my things and went to my parents. I have told him I feel really ill and need someone to take care of me, and that me and my mom wanted to spend some girls' mother-daughter time together anyway. He believed me and dropped me off. I told my mom and dad everything and showed them the messages. I took photos. I have also been to the doctor to get tested for any STDs and waiting for the results. However, I am completely lost what to do and how to proceed forward. Divorce is obvious option and I'm grateful we don't have kids or a house together. I won't be able to sue him for money, nor I want this, as our country doesn't really see the cheating partner as guilty like in USA. I have spoken to my therapist about it and she feels guilty for not recognizing the patterns in him sooner, that because of him I'm on medication and started therapy because I believed I was the issue. I am completely lost and not sure what to do as my world feels so empty. TLDR. Husband has been cheating on me for over half a year with a work colleague he has been talking down about with his family, and everyone at his work knew that. I found out when we went out with his work colleagues. Edit. Just to clarify, the event was with the work colleagues from his team nearby their office. So it was organized by his team, not the company. By social media I mean Instagram. He wasn't tagged in any of the pictures taken, but I have seen comments from his account on them. Otherwise his Instagram and Facebook have a lot of pictures of us, him with my family, us traveling, etc. The most recent one was from our anniversary, which happened to be a few weeks ago, and him captioning how happy he is, etc. So your husband is cheating with a girl who has bad breath and doesn't shower. And he was such a skillful cheater, he was groping her at a public event he invited you to? And he was intimate with you every day for 6 months but was still cheating and working long hours, all the time too? So he successfully made you believe that you were the problem, and the therapist didn't pick up that wanting to know what time he would be home for dinner wasn't you being controlling but being totally normal in a respectful, caring relationship. So I think you might need a better therapist for one. Still, you have left now, so whatever country you are in, it is time to look up separation and divorce and how to do that in your country. Focus on being grateful that you are not shackled to him with a child, or that you have a long drawn-out lawyer case for splitting assets. Then talk to your therapist about what you want to do now you are free of him, how to start living away from the idea that you are the problem. Brother and Sil demanding we get married in the eyes of the church to be godparent. My brother and his wife just had their first kid. They want my husband and I to be the godparents. The only problem is that we are not married in the eyes of the Catholic Church. We are legally married but never had any kind of religious ceremony. Our officiant was a friend that got ordained online. Now my brother and Sil are asking us to get married with the Catholic Church so we can be godparents. My husband and don't want to do that. We are both not big fans of religion in general. Especially the Catholic Church. When we got married his mom begged us to have a Catholic Church wedding and we obviously refused. When we have kids there's no way in hell we would get them baptized. I told my brother and Sil that while I appreciate they want us to be the godparents, getting married in the eyes of the church is not something we are going to do. Now it's blown up into a whole thing. My mother is upset, my Sil parents are pissed. Sil doesn't have any siblings and they are saying we are disrespectful and horrible. They are claiming that if we don't do this they are unsure if they want us in their child's life. I think they are overreacting. This is a personal choice my husband and I made. I'm being called immature for not wanting anything to do with religion. IDK how to handle this. Keep telling them that it's not their decision how you married. They are in no place to demand such of you. If they aren't okay with you being godparents for that reason, okay. Fine. Then they can choose someone else. If they escalate this into so much drama, and wanting to shut you out of their family life, let them. They most likely will change their mind once they realize they can't blackmail you. Keep that boundary up. Your religious beliefs and how or if you have religion in your life is none of their business.